Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, back to Adobe Live with your favorite host, Brandon Groce. We just finished out with Ansiosa in the last XD. Last 2 days was absolutely amazing. Shout out to her. But now we're back into the nitty gritty, back into our 2 weeks of the daily creative challenge. All right, guys. I'm super excited. I hope you guys are as well. We have Julia. What's going on? We had a trio, an awesome trio. All of Adobe Live was excellent today. We have Sam, we have Gus, we have Meziu. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? All right, really quick. You guys know the drill. We're getting into day number. It's been a long day. Let's scroll down. If you guys are interested in getting into today's daily creative challenge, just go down in the link in the description, whether you're on YouTube or Behance. Link should be right there. Today, we're going to hop into Stacks. Design a news website with easy to build sections using, you guessed it, Stacks. And if you want to join along with us in our community, very simply go to the same place, except you're going to click this blue button and it will take you to Discord, which will bring you to this wonderful and delicious land of many creatives. And you can join along with us and submit your challenges that you do along with us or throughout the week or even past ones in this section in feedback. You can submit like many others have done so in challenges that we've done already this week and last week, and you can do other challenges as well. All right, but let's talk about what we're doing today. As I mentioned, if you want to come in design along with us, we're doing Stacks today. You can very simply just click the Get Started button. It will download the starter file, which will look exactly like this, minus my beautiful characters that I have over on the right. Okay? All right. So let us begin. As you have this, basically also shout out to Elijah for being the inspiration of this amazing piece. If you guys download this, you can go to his Dribble page. You guys can check out his amazing work as well. All right. So I was so nicely already giving you guys, I gave you guys the stacks already. You guys don't have to work too hard. They're already in here. You can just play off of them. But what I want to do today is focus on how we can build on top of these, as well as utilizing some of the techniques that we've used already. So I'm going to put this to the side because I know how to do them. They're already in there for you. But let's kind of work on making these from scratch. They were quite simple. All right, we are going to click R on my keyboard, the shortcut. I'm just going to start dragging out squares here. Doesn't matter the size. I could do rectangles if I want. Maybe we want to do rectangles this time. Let's try it out. I'm going to just Control R, and I'm going to create a couple of these. We'll start off with 4. Just like that. I'm going to ungroup the grid. Some people will be like, have a heart attack and realize after I just greased my tie how or why I would do this. I know some people like to keep everything grouped so that they can manipulate these cards a little bit easier. But I just like to duplicate things, make it a lot easier for me to manipulate the individual pieces. So after I've done this, I'm going to, referring back to my inspiration, we have some Animal Crossing stuff here. We were feeling very much in a gamer mood. Fortnite, Pokemon, and Kirby as well. Feel free to grab any assets that you would like from the internet to enjoy on this educational experience. So I'm gonna steal these colors just very quickly for myself. I have a nice gradient here. I'm going to add that to my swatches palette, and I'm going to go ahead and grab that darker version as well. I'm going to add that to my palette. So I'm going to go into my fill. I don't want the solid color, I want the linear gradient, and I want the lighter version over here, darker version up here. I'm going to select my little bubble over here, make that the light version, dark side, dark version. Beautiful. Part 1 complete, mission accomplished. And if you haven't already, please make sure to hit the like button as it helps tremendously and shows the appreciation. It's much love, guys. All right, so we're going to now, I'm going to just set a base for the rest of these cards. I'm just going to get a nice light gray in there. And I'm going to increase the radius of these cards very simply. We have these little corner, it says, it doesn't have a, what's I'm gonna call it? doesn't have a title. You just have to look for the rounded corner buttons in the right-hand side of any element that you select. I'm also going to remove the border, and we're going to start like this. All right, we're going to start using some of our assets here. I want to pull in our sheep lamb. This is what I'm going to call it for today. I'm going to just pull it right on top of my card here. And I do, one thing I am missing, I'm going to see if I can grab this very quickly, is this Animal Crossing logo. Forgot to bring that over. Apologize. So I'm just going to add this right here. We have our first card in succession. Easy day. All right, I'm going to make sure I group just this. And so what we're going to do here first is we're going to make all the individual cards first. And then we're going to stack them. And then once we get the stacks in order, then we can have a little bit of fun. But out of curiosity, how many of you guys have played around with stacks thus far in the chat? Do you like them? Are they helpful? What do you use them for? Let us know. All right, next, we're going to get that Fortnite. Where I'm just going to copy this photo. I'm going to bring it over here into the background of my card. I need to add the radius back into this. And I'm going to add my little character just like this. I'm going to copy, come over here, paste, and just add them right up in there. All right, and let's see what else. We probably need the logo for that as well. We're gonna grab Pikachu, and we're actually gonna make his background. It's gonna be a simple thing. We're gonna just make a rectangle. I say a simple thing, but let me actually grab. I need to steal some colors, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so I'm gonna come over here. I'm going to actually rotate this. And when in doubt, copy. So I am going to kind of help myself here and try to grab the angle of this. It's like, it's close enough, right? We aced that in math class, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to duplicate this holding Alt. Perfect. And now what I need to do is just get some these colors. So we have our red, we have our white, and we need a gray now. So I'm going to duplicate this again, push this to the back, and just steal that gray color. All right. I know this looks really messy, but watch this magic. Watch it very, very closely. I want you to squint. All right. I'm going to pull this up into. I'm going to scale this up just a little bit. I'm going to take this. And so what I have is I have basically 3 rectangles, and I have this third rectangle here. I'm just going to overlap them very quickly. Select them both by holding Shift, right click, and where's my mask option? I'm out here talking all this trash, and I cannot. All right, hold on. We can figure this out. Maybe what needs to be done, and I bet this what this is, because sometimes it acts like this. There we go. All right. Sometimes it's the reverse, and I forget. So I had to put the shape that I wanted to everything to be inside. I needed that mask to be on top. That's how it works. All right. Bruce says squinting. There we go. All right, so your guys' squinting helped. Thank you very much. So now we have our little Pokemon background, and we have Julia Masalska, the one and only, coaching us from the sidelines, which is much appreciated. All right, let's see. So now we have our Pikachu. We're going to hang him off just a little bit, just to stay consistent with everything else. We're going to try to set like a minimum height, so everything at least stays along this line. And we have one more. We have Kirby. And I think what we're going to do is we're just going to take this light blue. And we are just going to grab Indeed, Julia. And we're just gonna grab our Kirby friend here, and we do need to. We have our logo for a Pokemon sword right here. I do need to go and grab Fortnite, so that's what I'm gonna go and do. And I need to grab Kirby as well. Ta-da! All right, so remember, we were talking basically all this week. If you do not group things, and you like, I want to place this on this card, this blue card, but I cannot. It falls right off because I have not grouped it. So I'm going to group this and group this. There you go. So now we have our full Kirby card. I'm just gonna manipulate this very quickly. Move Kirby out the way. You know, he doesn't need all that limelight. Maybe we can size him down a little bit. Hey, what's going on, Samuel? How you doing, my friend? Glad to have you. All right, so we're gonna pull this back in. Now that we got Kirby back up to snuff, we're gonna group all of our cards here. We're gonna make sure all of the contents are 1 bit. So we have card 1, it's good to go. Card 2, good to go. Card 3, good to go. Kirby says he's A-okay. All right, so one thing before I start stacking things, I'm gonna make sure I have all of my cards lined up as they should. Because what is that? And guys, help me out if it's not the correct term. What is it? Measure twice, cut once? Sometimes I say cut twice, measure once, and that's the reverse of what we're trying to teach here. All right, so we have our cards. They're all looking in good shape, but you know, what sucks is if I want to move my cards, I gotta juggle them. I gotta do all this, that, and the other. But no, not today. We're gonna learn about stacks, okay? We're gonna select all of these cards. We're very simply, let's make sure, there we go. We wanna have equidistant space. And I'm just gonna come over here. We have a nice title called Stacks. You just remember my name, and you remember when you do not want to maneuver things and you have cards or scenarios like this, you hit that and your life is saved, because now I can, wait, hold up. I might not have done it. Here we go. Oh, we got it. I always forget. All right, don't forget this. Before you click that button, make sure to group. And then you select that group. Then you do stacks. Excuse me, guys. Eyes are burning. At just like the miraculousness that we have here today. All right, so now I can very easily maneuver these things without having to like use my brain. So that's the easy stuff. Now we have that. That's stacks. Congratulations, you have learned how to use stacks, ladies and gentlemen. But let's kind of play a little bit. Let's see what we can do. I was thinking, what if we did, and guys, really excuse me, I'd really need to, let me just get one good wipe. Internally, I'm trying to like hold back all of the tears of joy that we have. You know, I took a little bit of a peek at what we've been doing in the XD Discord and all the challenges that you guys have been putting forth. And I try to keep back the tears of joy of the amazingness that I've seen. All right, that aside, I think the tears are gone now. I'm gonna, or at least held on for the next 5 minutes before we jump in there and show you guys a little bit of what the team, the community has been putting together. All right, so I'm gonna make these little FYI, Julia Masalska definitely does have coffee mugs that are called Designer's Tears, and it's totally happening to me. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and grab we're basically making 2 little back and forth scrolling arrows. I'm gonna go to my plugins icon for design. I'm gonna grab our arrow. I'm gonna grab a arrow. And you know what? I'm just gonna grab this. Bring this over here. Just simply paste it. We have 1. We're gonna center that. Copy paste. It is returning, ladies and gentlemen. Whew. Sorry. It happens to everybody, guys. All I'm going to do is reverse this. If I can find. Here we go. And I'm going to make sure that this is what's the funky thing with arrows. You kind of got to like eyeball where that center is inside the circle. But I think we're going to play around with this, at least for now. Ooh, man. I'm just going to start like, because it's not going to stop now. It's just going to continue. After a long day's work or a dry eye, it just happens. So I'm just going to say, I'm not going to blame it anymore. I'm just going to continue to let the tears fall. And we'll have a moment together. Whew. But I hope you guys are enjoying this at least, or enjoying what we've been doing this entire week. Regardless, if you haven't been able to watch all of them, I highly recommend you definitely check them out. All right, so what we're going to do here is we're going to do a quick prototype. I want to, when we click one of these, or our next, I want this to scroll. And let's see, how do I want this to happen? Yeah, no, I want it to scroll. And maybe what I'd like to have happen is that this rectangle become our original size, which is, let's see, 28145. I don't need to memorize that number because I can copy and paste. Look at that, skills. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna bring this Animal Crossing down a little bit. I'm going to scale this Fortnite up to this, which was 390. And we're gonna pull this up just like that. And we can increase this character size. And we're gonna pull them over. Just a little bit. Doesn't need to be that big, but let's go ahead and bring a ruler down. Let's see what the size of this was. I don't think that's gonna help. Let's see what the size of this card is. 487. So what I'm gonna do is just very quickly just draw a rectangle. Perfect, 487. And we are going to, actually I think that's it. So now let's prototype this. We're going to prototype. We're going to say, hey, when this button is clicked, please bring this over here. And likewise, when we click this button, please bring us back. And one thing I did not check, we have the tap trigger. We do not want the transition. We want that auto animate. We want that spice. Snap. We're going to do about 2 seconds. And I think this is where we're going to end with this. We're going to take a peek at this, and then we're going to take a look at our submissions in our Discord. So let's see what we got. There we go. And now, of course, if you really wanted to, for example, there is if we wanted to, I'm going to give you guys another example. Move this out of the way because some of you guys are like, everything is below the fold. Yes, I know. So what we can do to very simply fix that, we don't need to have this. I mean, we could have this by now here. You would just reconfigure where these things are. Let me see, let me pull this up. So pull this up. We could pull these up as well, and we could just maneuver things, but I don't think we're gonna do that for right now. We have a very short time limit, but if we really wanted to, we could delete that. I think it's still important to have that button, especially for a call to action. But you can minimize these cards if you wanted. We can pull these up as well. There's a lot of things that you guys could do here, and I highly recommend you check it out. But the back and forth, it works. The concept, we're here for it. There we go. We got one. We got the other. It's an easy day, and you can continue to do this. And if we really wanted to, we can. What's awesome about this is I can move my stack like this and be like, hey, I don't want this in order anymore. I can very simply make that change, and the animation still works. So foolproof, yes. Highly recommend stacks. Use them in every project, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so let's check out what we have in our Discord. We have about 5 minutes here. Let's dig deep. All right, so the last couple of projects, those of you guys who have, there's a lot to contend with in here. There really is. I've been, where's the one that I saw earlier today? There's been some very, what is the word? You guys are taking some of the designs next step. Bruce is saying, Brandon, can I ask where you get the characters from? Sorry, I slid in late. Oh, it's good, my friend. To be quite honest, a lot of what I get is from, let me see if I can find this website. PNG. I get them from PN or ImageBin, imagebin.com. If you guys are interested in getting PNGs, that's where I get a lot of mine from. But I also, for educational purposes and giving credit, I use Google as well. You guys really liked, let me replay this. Really liked the the little animation with the little wave that we did, I believe, earlier in the challenges. Honestly, I still have a winner in my favorites so far have been the parallax auto scrolls, and this still just wins my heart. Like the Among Us, this has been excellent. Now you guys have me wondering if there's a daily creative challenge like best of all, because you guys have really been putting in work the last week and the last couple days. So good job. Looking forward to definitely seeing what you guys continue to bring. This was yesterday's challenge. You got that nice vertical scroll going on. Ooh, okay. I see you though. Nice little rotation in there. I see you. Let's see what we got at Tiffany's. Very nice. We got that vertical and horizontal scroll. Impeccable. And this one was unorthodox, but I liked how, I thought it was very interesting. Because it takes some of the concepts that we've been talking about and just does something a little bit different. Very cool. I actually didn't watch it all towards the end until then, but that was excellent. If you spot cool projects, feel free to DM me on them on Discord for sure. Alrighty, let's see what we got. We have about 3 minutes here. Let's see what else we have. Yeah, you guys love that watery, wavy piece. Highly recommend that you guys check out that. And they have the spill. Excellent. I didn't even see that. You guys have gotten really creative. We have the bakery. Interesting. So these are two the different parts of the experience, and this is the one to bring back. Good job experimenting with the different, like that's also really awesome. It's really important to the things that we've tried this week to experiment on what you could potentially do. Like even with these dimension pieces, I love that they did that betrayal. This is still, because they're telling stories now within XD, and then you have out the side the shh. Beautiful. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are coming towards our end here. I do want to say a couple things before we roll out. I want to say thank you guys for coming. If you haven't already, please do not forget to like this video. Helps tremendously. And also stay tuned. Come back tomorrow, same time, same place, to join us in even more amazing Adobe XD Daily Creative Challenge. So I hope you guys have been enjoying what we've been doing here. Cornell says, thanks, Brandon and Sam. Have a great day and see you next time, everyone. 100%. Mezu says, thanks, Brandon. Have a quick recovery. My eyes are dry now. Thank you. All of the amazing. I think when you guys made me or started squinting, my eyes wanted to join in with you guys on that. But I want to say thanks, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.